In this video, I'm going to cover the discussion checkpoints feature. Now, the checkpoints option allows you to have a second due date for your discussion so that students can reply to their peers' initial response to the topic. So let's take a look at this feature. I'm going to go to Add Discussion. All right, I'll put in a topic here. And then I'll say something here in the body. All right, so if I go down here and I select graded, I have the option to assign graded checkpoints. So if you check this box, that's what gives you that second due date for your students. So let's go a little bit deeper into that feature. If I scroll down here, I have my checkpoint settings, and I can put in points for the reply to the main topic. So let's say that's going to be 8 points. And then I can specify how many replies are required. So how many other students does this student need to reply to in this discussion? So let's say students need to reply to 2 other students in the class. So I'll put in 2 here. And then I can put in the points for those additional replies. So let's say there's 2 replies. They're going to get 1 point for each reply. So I'll put in a 2 right here. Now, if I scroll down here, I have 2 options for the due date. So I have reply to the topic due date. So I'll put this in right here. And then I have required replies. So this, you'd want to have time for students to read the reply to the main topic, and then they can reply to their peers. So let's put in a different due date here. All right. And then I'll go ahead and hit Save and Publish. Okay, let's take a look at what checkpoints look like when you add a discussion, a graded discussion with checkpoints to your modules. I'm going to go over here to my modules page, and I'm just going to hit this plus right here in the introduction section, and I'm going to add a discussion, and I'll add introduce yourself, and I'll hit add item. Now, right here, you can see it says introduce yourself, required replies to. So this is what it looks like from the instructor view. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like from the student perspective. All right, so now I'm logged in as a student. I'm logged in as Bruce Banner. And so I'm going to go over here to the modules section. And you can see for the discussion, introduce yourself, there's a due date for the main topic, and then there's a due date for the required replies to their peers. So it looks a little bit different from the student perspective, but this is a very handy feature. So now let's take a look at grading. If you find your discussion, on the right-hand side, there's this little option for a menu. Select that, and then select Speed Grader. All right, so you have 2 options when you're grading. You can view just the responses from the student, or you can select this switch to viewing the full discussion context. So I'll select that and just show what that looks like. So here now I can see everything. I can see the entire discussion inside the speed grader, and it's going to start with the student's main reply. So I can put in, I can see that that main reply is there. I can input the grade over here. We've got 2 spots to input a grade. We've got reply to the topic and required replies. So right here, this is the main topic reply. I'll put in a grade for that. And then down here, I can now sort of track, did the student meet the minimum requirements? I can cycle through those other replies by selecting this arrow right here. I can see there's 1 reply to a student, and there's a second reply. And then I can also go back if I need to review previous replies. I know that Nick has responded to 2 students, so I can input 2 points right there. And then all I need to do to save this is to go to the next student, right? If I go back, you can see here, it has saved that score. All right, so here we are in the gradebook, and you can see here is that discussion topic showing up. And you'll notice that there's just a total point value here. It doesn't divide the initial topic from the replies to their peers. It's all in one number, a total right here. All right, so that covers our summary of the checkpoint feature in graded discussions.